Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be part 2 of the May 2023 Road to Rank 1, and I have played a decent amount since the last recording. I was just in a call, talking to some friends, watching things on the side, and just playing some cards. Honestly, just playing for the fun of it. And, I mean, I forget the exact elo I was at the end of the last video. I think I had just hit top 38 and then fallen out of it. So I'm probably around 200, 250 points up. I was up 350 points as a whole yesterday, entirely on the back of Brit Air. However, I know in top 6 right now, TB, Baron von Glauer, they're both playing Jagro. Rank 1, I think he's also playing Brit Air. I know a couple of these people down here in top 10. Some are on Frontline. I know no one's been grinding his Soviet-US control. This guy down in 9th was playing Japan-Italy control yesterday. So it's a very diverse meta, a lot of different decks getting into these top 6 positions. But with 4 days left in the season, there's a lot there's still a lot of time for things to shake out. So in the top 6 right now, you have a couple unfamiliar names. Well, not entirely unfamiliar, but you have a couple of names which you don't typically see in the top 6. So specifically, TB273, Baron von Glauer, these are players who have competed in tournaments before. They're both pretty regularly play in the OCC qualifiers. They both played in the Opens. Baron actually just got top 8 in the Pauper tournament that just was going on earlier today. So like these are not unknown players, but to see them top 6 this late into the season is very impressive. I think both of them are probably at like an all-time high elo. I'm not too familiar with rank 2. Rank 4 is obviously Princess. They won the last OCC Clash. And rank 1 I'm not too familiar with. However, they did make top 6 last month. And however, that's just the people in the top 6. You also have the people who are gunning for top 6. So on top of some of these names, most of them I don't recognize, like HQT or Reds, this person in 9th. But you have Noen down in 8th, who's, 3 points below being 5th. Then you have a couple other names that could theoretically make runs for top 6, Head, Evergarden. And if you go all the way down to here, 63rd, it is the return of Tang Tang. That's right. Tang Tang quit the game in November, I believe, and said he'd be back once there was a new expansion. And the new expansion's been announced, the rotation's been announced, and I guess he is dipping his toes back in to get all warmed up for when that drops, because he has been climbing like a madman. I'm pretty sure he was at rank 20. Like, I think he literally had not played whatsoever since November. So he's gone from rank 20 now to rank 63 in Field Marshal, and I'm sure he's going to be looking for a top 38 finish, if not a top 6 finish. And Tang Tang is definitely a person who, if he wants top 6, you better be worried, because he's almost certainly going to be getting top 6. So, that all being said, very interesting season, and for now, I'm just still looking to climb the 162 points I need to close in on rank 1, but we will certainly be keeping an eye on where other people fall. So, let's get into the games.
What a performance there by J King.
J King, full plot armor.
J King is pushing himself into the ranks of the legend.
J King is our world champion! J King 7! What? The back-to-back Cards world champion!
Alright, game 1 against Pollux on US. I haven't seen a lot of US ramp today. Decent amount of frontline as well. Going second Albacore is not great. Especially if it is ramp. Okay, so it's frontline. With Greyhound. So he's running Greyhound, it's probably Blitzkrieg version. And it is probably German ally. Hopefully there's no patrol. Early patrol in these situations is just so brutal. I mean, like a half-track here is honestly fine. For him, the half-track is a pretty big tempo gain. but a patrol here would just hurt. So that's gonna be Red Devils push up. Just gonna kill the Red Devils. 90, type 94. You can see that I momentarily forgot about the additional cost of air superiority. I was gonna air sub Red Devils and hit Greyhound for 2. Obviously I can't do that, but air supping Red Devils is still the correct play, because if this gets buffed by a 99... Does this... This is a prime example of, like, I don't have anything against people who net deck. Like, I think net decking is perfectly fine. Like, not everybody... Just mathematically speaking, not everybody can create a great ladder deck. There's just only going to be so many great ladder decks in the game, and eventually all of them are going to have been made. However, this is a prime example of somebody who has copied a deck list and does not understand any of the cards in the deck list. Because Patrol, the reason you run Patrol is because it removes destruction effects. So, primarily you play it on Aichi to kill the 2/2 bomber and then remove the destruction effect from summoning the 3/2 bomber. However, this guy had Patrol in hand and then instead spent 2 turns killing it and then patrolled the bomber that came out. Which, is just really funny. I feel like there's a decent chance he just goes for a strap bombing here. Whoops. Oh my goodness, I just forgot to attack. If I lose by 3 damage, this is going to be a very sad game. Please play at 1 drop so I can Monty and draw. Oh, that's a great draw. So that also means I can bring these out of strap bombing range. Oh, if he was at 10 here, that... I need to, I'm just trolling, to be honest. Okay, push up Sherman. Probably half track, which will let us Monty. Passes. Okay, let's just see if it's an air defense. No air defense. Surely I can just Monty with... Maybe I don't even need to hold up Ultra? Like, what order is he gonna play here? That's particularly backbreaking. I think probably just killing the Sherman is better. Because, like, if... I don't know, worst case scenario, half track, we can do it, I guess. What? Sure, buddy. Okay. Yeah, man. Sometimes I did. Sure, partisans in frontline. I guess it's Soviet allied. I guess that's the big card I had to play around. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose this game. I think I hold on to it. Okay, well now I have to pin it. I can pin it and Wellington into the airborne. I mean, if he's Soviet ally, means he doesn't have Whirlwinds, doesn't have 35Ts, so it's going to be a lot harder for him to clean up these tiny tanks. Dude, this is when he slams the strat bombing because he sees I'm not holding Ultra. DFA? Okay, he misses the double DFA. Okay. If I had not like this. Okay, I just need an Empire Strikes. He kind of has to trade. Empire Strikes and he's dead. This is stopping we can do it. Like, Jasko is kind of the main potential card he could have to stop. I mean, he could just be a sociopath and hit face. Because I'm kind of low on Cass. And, like, maybe he has the read that he's dead to Empire Strikes regardless. If he has a second Mustang here. Okay, big. Big. Oh, please give me the Empire Strikes. It's the last Cass. I have to play them, because if he just goes face and I don't draw Empire Strikes, I'm dead. I cannot believe I'm gonna lose this game. I'm gonna lose like 25 points, because I forgot to attack. I mean, you didn't have strat last time. And half track doesn't do it. Well, that's bad. Okay. Empire Strikes? Empire Strikes? This is a weird... I suppose I could pin the Mustang and double hit Callie. It means he's 2 off lethal. Wait, is this at the end of your turn? No, I think I have to double sack into the Mustang. Because this way he spends 4 credits killing Sexton, and then he still doesn't have lethal on board, and Lend-Lease into Albacore, Lend-Lease into Shellin. T60? Okay. That's fine, I don't have any Blitz fighters, but that does give him lethal. Oh, there it is! Oh, please. Albacore? Shelling. We got the Shelling, we got the Swordfish. Okay, I just need a bomber now. We also have HMS in deck, I think. Type 94 will keep us alive again next turn, based on current board. 17th rifles! I'm going to lose so many points, dude. Depth charges? Bomber, please give me the bomber. Please. Lend-Lease? This isn't enough. I can't double bomber Empire after Lend-Lease. Lend-Lease Albacore Airsup? Or no, I don't even. I just need an air sup or an albacore. Either works to stay alive. There's the HMS. There's the albacore. Okay. Trying to think. Is there some crazy world where he punishes me for playing this? He has no access to discard. I think I just play this because it makes him more interested in clearing the board. So he might miss a potential lethal. Stars, sure. Is this lethal through we can do it? Yes, this is lethal through we can do it. There shouldn't be any countermeasures that can stop this. Okay. We got the 3 damage. Oh my god. Okay, that's a crazy game to start with. That is insane. And that was an absolute insane game. +5. Okay. We will take those. That would have been a -20, I think, if I had lost. Maybe a -19. But, yeah, let's just get into the next game and not miss 3 damage. Alright, fast queue. This person's name looks familiar. They're not in top 10 currently. They might be like top 20, top 30. I mean, honestly, I need to take I keep meaning to take out a Sonya from this deck. I've not been liking double Sonya as of late. Just because there's so many things it feels like you can't play it against. I like to keep Airs up just because there is still some crazy people out there playing combined arms. And a decent chunk of Hinds, to be honest. And like weird Jur Italies that run the 2-3 Fiat. Please no from the deep. Top deck from the deep. Oh my god. That's rough. If the Aichi sticks, it just means Root Out is so hard for them to use. And that's why I didn't play Sonya. Because Errata. Wait, this was in their hand. I guess, okay, so they went first. They passed because they don't want to play Errata empty board. I played Gladiators, so they played from the deep. Fair enough. I'm just going to draw. I kind of want him to keep the Errata around so I can play Spitfire on 4. Because if this isn't Jur Italy, it's very hard for him to deal with. Don't float 3. I mean, like, surely it's still correct to play this. Like, surely. Now, the big punish would be Airstrike. Airstrike is essentially just pass my turn. However, I think it's more likely it's decisive. And if it is Airstrike, like, what do? I play Swordfish, it triggers Airstrike, and then I can, like, Swordfish Sonya, air sup the Errata, and then get blown out by a Root Out. Okay. Got the decisive read. Please don't have, like, Sky Barons. Doesn't even die to Tax Strike. I haven't seen a lot of Tax Strikes. I guess you could, like, Tax Strike Mary Nostrum hit. You could also Hipper it, but that wouldn't be great. Yeah. I'm honestly perfectly fine with this hitting a JU. I think I have to air sup the Errata. Because if he does Mary Nostrum hit Aichi root out, we're in a terrible spot. And he's like 100% root out in this turn. I feel like you don't play the JU if you don't have root out. Sudden Strike, top deck root out. That makes me think he has a second root out in his hand. I don't really want to play the ones with Blitz yet. I mean, because we do have a decent follow-up, and if he has second root out, he has second root out, and it forces it out. Like, this is kind of weak to second root out. Because, yeah, he was hovering over a card in his hand before playing the root out, and he chose to do... He was, like, hovering over that card in his hand, then he did Sudden Strike and then root out from the far left. Or, yeah, far left, which means far right for him, top deck. Which means, like, this is almost certainly second root out, which is really, really bad. Sudden Strike from the deep, double root out errata opener. Yep, there it is. However, that means we no longer have to play a regular round root out for the rest of the game. And I'm just going to cast, because he's very clearly holding up Decisive Defense, and, I mean, if he just wants to keep spending 3 credits to hold up Decisive Defense, he can absolutely do that. Flampanzer. Wolfpack, don't hit the Lend-Loose. Okay. We're good. Cast. There's the air sub. That's actually a really important find. That is the second air sub. Please don't have Schwalbe. I mean, we're just going for it, right? So we could Detriment, and if he Detriments it, we just do Lend-Lease Go Face. He could, yep, there's the Detriment. Lend-Lease Cast Go Face, there. Drop him to 7. We are down all of our Blitz bombers, but we do have both Empire Strikes. Second Detriment. Float 3, which means he has the Decisive. So I can attack, trigger Decisive. Albacore. Empire Strikes, hold up Ultra. Do I play the Gladiator? And he would have Schwalbed last turn. He could Leo here. He can't Schwalbe anymore. And this is why I made that play earlier in the game that forced him to play out his second root out. Because now I don't have to worry about root out ever again in situations like these. Ultra hits Sudden Strike. And the Surrender comes out. Dude, that guy had a crazy deck to beat air. I mean, we got pretty fortunate with the draws. Like, as in finding the cards that it card draw cards. But that guy cannot complain about his hand. Alright, we'll get into the next game. Alright, another German player. Gonna keep the airs up, mulligan everything else. If this is an aggressive deck, this is a very terrible hand. If it's control, this is pretty workable. Because you often, since Germany does have such strong anti-aggro, honestly not even having any early game, in exchange for having some of your most valuable cards in the matchup, perfectly fine. However, if this is combined arms, if it's Heinz, we are all sorts of screwed without... I mean, there's what, 8 one-cost planes in the deck, so that's like about a 1 in 4 chance of being perfectly fine. This guy's taking a long time on his mulligan. Maybe he's just disconnected. Maybe this is just a free win and we're gonna cut it. Okay. Well, yeah. Free 6 points. Let's get to the next game. Japan, Teeth Pass. I feel like Japan. Oh wait, no, Japan. I somehow mistook this for the Japan card back. I'm just colorblind, I guess. Piracy. Piracy is like such a good card. Into very specific. Like, it's such a good card against Soviets into very specific plays, I feel like. So, like, if they get, like, down a Petliakov, for example, Piracy is really good into that. Or if they get, like, down a train and you have a cast unit, that can be quite good. We're gonna greed on the cast. Because he also just might Scorch this. Oh. I'm gonna play the unit. I wasn't gonna play the Kitty Hawk, and if I had drawn a Gladiator, I don't think I would have played it. Drawing another Bomber, like even a Scorched Bomber on the board, Soviets have so much trouble actually pressuring the support line, even following a Scorched Earth. And he doesn't even have it. I think I'd rather have the other Bomber on the board, to be honest. Okay, so if he has German research, he'll probably play it this turn. Yeah, okay, so he doesn't have German research, we know that. I could just Spitfire and hit the T60, to be completely honest. Guess it's really weak to Scorched Earth, but there's no way this guy would still have Scorched Earth in hand. Like, I could just Piracy it and hit him in the face for 4. This doesn't feel like the greatest Piracy ever. My worry with going for Spitfire is if he just does Mare Nostrum, move up, kill the 1-3 Bomber, then suddenly I'm in a really awkward spot because I can't kill it with just the Swordfish. I don't want to Piracy Swordfish. If I do Kitty Hawk Swordfish, then suddenly I'm not attacking face with Spitfire. Or I'm only attacking face with 2 or 4 with Spitfire. Oh, Chaika. Chaika, Chaika, Chaika. Defend in depth for 2. That can't feel great. Now the question is, do I hit? I think I probably just hit. Like, I'm fine to start working through this body. Because he needs to guard up. And he can't play Sickle. Ah. Top deck Naval Brigade. It's a pretty good punish. Here, just gonna make it as awkward as possible for him to defend in depth. Force him to have... Like, he could do Partisans Gladiator into Spitfire, but then he's still staring down 3 damage. Is he pointing at Partisans into the Spitfire? He could have US Research. But if he plays US Research, I just Lend-Lease. Obviously, from his perspective, he just has to hope. If he US Researches, I don't have Lend-Lease, and then also he finds cards that don't really exist in his deck. Second defend in depth. Alright. It's on 1 health. Could have another T60. I mean, obviously he could have a first rifles, but I feel like he would have played a mobile defense. Probably just gonna Monty that. Keep the units alive. Oh, this hand is so good with Monty, though. Am I fine if he just spends... Maybe I air sup one of them. I probably air sup one of them. I mean, like, if he just slams Rima, do type 94, and if he doesn't, we flood the board. T60. Banner. Into first rifles. Well, that's, like, basically worst case scenario. Lendley's top deck is really good, though. Still not a bad cards to draw. It's just really, really clunky. Like, I'd rather just, like, he's so low on health, I would rather have the tempo cards than the convoys to draw tempo cards. And somehow we have, like, no bombers and no Empire strikes, despite being, like, halfway through the deck. It's heckin' 52k. Okay. So, we're doing air sup, then Monty. There's the Empire strikes. So this is getting surprise attacked. Guess I could have drawn one sooner. This is getting surprise attacked. And we need to hold on for all of our bombers for dear life, because currently I do not have a way. Or I only have one bomber in my hand for the Empire strikes. Best case scenario for us is if he just spends his entire turn to kill one of these gladiators with a tank. Rima called to the colonies. It's pretty good. Oh, that is such a good draw, dude. I mean, really at this point, like, everything in our deck is a good draw, but... Drop him back to 10. So, he kind of needs a winter offensive to clear this, but if he plays winter offensive, Spy Ring last. Is he just dead? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he's very dead, I think. Just need to remember to wait after killing a 272nd, because this tank spawns over top of the HQ, so if you attack too quickly, you'll attack into the tank. That was a good game. I mean, we were kind of in a dominant position the whole game, but it was a very abnormal way to win with Brit Air. Basically, no bombers. Is TB playing? 2840 now. Dude, TB for rank 1. Let's go. Looks like Baron's also playing. Alright, they're feeling the heat. Let's get into the next game. Maybe do one more. Alright. Another Germany. Keep the bombers, get the air sup. Well, we found all the bombers from last game. Seems like this is another German control. So we'll play out the 2 bombers. Like, this is worse into Flam Panzer, but I feel like people usually don't run Flam Panzer. And if he, like, just does second sudden strike, then he has double sudden strike. It's the Flam Panzer. Dude, everyone's just, like, on the hardest anti-air decks. And I don't understand, because I'm not queuing into almost no air. There's the root out. And I don't think we can afford to play around him having the second root out. Like, if he has sudden strike, Flam Panzer, root out, then he deserves to win. He's thinking, which is a good sign. Ooh. Now here's an interesting question. Where the hell do I put the Sexton? I think probably here, because I think buffing the Sexton is going to happen like 90... Well... Yeah, because buffing the Sexton lets me kill the Egg Bomber. It does bring it into line for a day range, which is not great. I think I'll probably buff these 2. Just because Flam on Sonya. Yeah, second Flam. Okay, please be decisive. Okay. I mean, we're very low on cards, and we're now into Annihilation range on Sexton. Line for a day range on Sexton, but like, if he just has one turn of not having all of the perfect answers, we're in a really good spot. Annihilation. Honestly, I could have like just done Naval Supply Run and go all out for the kill, but... Yep, very good thing I didn't... Kills the, So I'm assuming he has Comet in hand, then? Possibly a Ju? Top deck Lion for a day to kill it. I guess maybe he had second Lion? This is a very bad situation. As long as he doesn't start, like, healing, honestly, it's kind of fine. Rado. There's the Comet. Please let me find an air unit. Honestly, maybe I just convoy here. I don't really have a reason to kill Leo here. Decima. That seems bizarre to me. So he's clearly holding up a decisive. He's like deathly afraid. Wait, does this mean I do Spitfire 4 air superiority on the Arado? 5 Wellington into Leo. No, I think I do Swordfish, Air Sup, Spitfire, Cass. Oh, okay, that was risky. Because this way I kill him through... Yeah, I kill him through Decisive and Detrima if he just comets into Wellington and holds up Decisive again. Second Lion for a day, of course. Easiest game of my life. Not even close. Not even remotely close. Had this game in the bag the entire time. Easy game. Okay, well, I think that's as good a spot as any to end this video. I mean, honestly, all of the games today are worthy of putting in, except for that AFK one, but I'll probably include that one anyways. Edited down quite a bit. So, thank you very much for watching. We are still rank 5, which I believe is where we started. However, we are up 17 points in 4 relatively long games. So, it wasn't really only 3 games? No, that can't be right. Yeah, I guess it was only 3 games. Surely not. No, we started at 27.95, so it's 4 games. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. Let me know, again, if what your thoughts are on the slightly different format, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.